We are totally different. But one
Opposites.
thing I can say is that my partner is the main reason why I am where I am at. I mean, the only thing that I would say is more important is just God's provision over our marriage, right? And over our lives. But she is the main reason. Like, the only reason I'm an entrepreneur is because of her. And it's not that she wanted me to be an entrepreneur, but she wanted time. And we both agreed that this is probably going to be the only way we're going to get it.
This is Secrets for Success.
Welcome to the Secrets for Success podcast. I'm your host, Greg Todd. Thank you, as always, for joining me. Do not ever say that we don't show up for you, because we have been driving for 11 hours.
Yeah.
Oh, my goodness. And we know we had to get this podcast out. I actually am not only going to give you guys a podcast, I brought on a special guest. Do you want to say who you are?
Your better half?
Yeah, she's the better half. Kerry Todd, my wife of today. As of today, 24 years. Today we are celebrating our 24-year wedding anniversary. And that brings me to what I want to talk about on today's episode, which is your inner circle. I hope this episode forces you and encourages you to audit your inner circle, where you are at with this inner circle, because I truly believe that your inner circle is going to be the biggest determining factor on your success, on the trajectory of not just your business life, your entire life. I believe this is much more important than any tactic that I could teach you or any other business consultant or advisor can teach you. It's your inner circle. So I believe the inner circle is broken down into two parts, or I should say three parts. I like to call it the big three. And so I want to talk about those three parts. That's what we're going to do on today's episode. And I'll tell you guys what the big three consists of. I believe your inner circle, the first of the big three, the most important of the big three, is your partner. It's your partner in crime. And I believe that this is the most important aspect of you being able to fulfill out your mission, your calling, just your entire life. And is it going to be misery, or are you going to be able to achieve things that you would have never achieved alone, because of this one individual? Okay. And by the way, I do believe that, like, for some people, your big three doesn't even need to have a partner. But for my big three, it actually has consisted of a supportive partner, and this is my partner.
Hi.
Okay. So on our drive here to Georgia, we actually did something. We actually asked ChatGPT, hey, give us some ideas of or some trivia questions that we can ask each other for our 24-year anniversary. Y'all listen, man, we're traveling like 10, 12 hours. All right. So we have a lot of time to kill in the car. But one of the things, is like, what's your strong suit? What's one of your strengths? And I believe that even though my partner is not an entrepreneur, okay, my partner is, we talked about this, if anything, more of a 9-to-5er mentality, right? But what my partner has done for me is my partner understands how to compliment me, encourages me, and is able to unleash the full potential, help me deploy the full potential of what God has provisioned and has planned for my life. Okay. And so I think your partner, your person that is your spouse, your better half, that is the most important aspect of this. And we're far too many people. I mean, at this point, over 5,000 customers have come into something I've done over the last 10 years of me doing this. It's not tactics, guys. It's not. It's having a supportive partner that gets it. And they do not have to be an entrepreneur. Mine is not. But they have to believe in you. And they have to trust you. And they have to be willing to be on this ride with you. Even though they might not be battling every day, They understand that they have a a warrior, a female warrior, a male warrior that is going to come home battered and bruised from serving at the highest level possible. And they understand that. And I think that's really, really, really huge. And one of the things I said about Kerry is, look, we've had our ups and downs. We've had our highs and lows. We are totally different. But one thing I can say is that my partner is the main reason why I am where I am at. I mean, the only thing that I would say is more important is just God's provision over our marriage, right? And over our lives. But she is the main reason. Like, the only reason I'm an entrepreneur is because of her. And it's not that she wanted me to be an entrepreneur, but she wanted time. And we both agreed that this is probably going to be the only way we're going to get it. And so there's just so many amazing things. And I'll just tell you guys some of the things that I did say about her in the car is that she is a supportive partner. She sees things in me that I can't see in myself. A lot of times I have massive doubts because new levels, new devils, right? Like, as we continue to go up and as the responsibilities get more and more and harder, it's awesome when you have somebody every single morning that tells you, hey, you've got this. Hey, I don't even know why you're doing this. I don't know why you can't just calm down, but yeah, just relax, dude. But you know what? Okay, you're gonna do this. Well, I want to let you know I believe in you. And then when I come home, sometimes it's super high, sometimes it's super low, and basically she's even killed. I kind of gave her this this joke today, I guess, that outside she looks so calm. Inside she's probably jumped off this thing 14 times, right? But anyways, those things are really, really important. And I'll tell you guys right now, we're just talking about this today when we had our early dinner. Paul, who wrote 2/3 of the New Testament, was single. Okay. And I don't want you guys to listen to this episode and be like, oh my God, I don't have my person. Or Listen, like, what the Lord has for you, the Lord has for you. Like, what you have to do is you have to focus every single day on becoming better, whether that is becoming better for that person that is going to be in your life, or that your purpose, your calling, does not have a partner. And that's you can fulfill out your mission without a partner. Here's what I can tell you: you cannot do. It is going to be very difficult for you to be able to fulfill out your mission with a partner that is unequally yoked, a partner that is not in alignment with what you're doing, a partner that does not believe in you, does not encourage you. It is going to be extremely difficult.
Yeah.
All right, now I won't let you stay for the entire episode if you don't want to stay. But do you have anything else to add for partners when it comes to dealing with crazy entrepreneurs like these people that listen to this podcast and me?
Crazy you, yeah. Just, give each other grace and, make sure, most importantly, that you're staying prayed up, you're, keeping your faith and just trusting God and His direction for your life, and just knowing that you made a commitment to your partner, and we're constantly changing and evolving each day, and love is ultimately making that decision over and over to choose this person, and saying never giving up on them, and just you're just remember that you're a team and you're working together. So what's good, for one is good for both of us, and just good for the team and a family unit. So
yeah,
just
I think that's
that
huge.
in mind.
I think that's huge. Man, I think one of the other big things, and we said this, today, is today we are celebrating keeping our word.
24 years, and just remembering that it's, a marathon, not a sprint. So, just always keep that. I think my mom said today that, like, going the distance
Yeah.
is something about, like,
said-
she was proud of us
Said
for
you're gone the distance.
going
Yeah,
the
you're going the distance.
distance. Yeah, because it's, 24 years, and just like, it's a journey, it's a journey. Life is a journey, and that's what it is. It doesn't happen in small steps, and you just keep doing it over and over every day.
It's interesting because on that day, I think at this point, like as we're doing this episode right now, it's what, 6 o'clock, something like that.
Yeah.
Like we're supposed to be having our dinner now at our reception. We're not, because
We're not.
taking pictures.
Yes.
Yeah.
And we still didn't have any
Still
dinner.
gonna have that dinner, and I'm still ticked off about.
Yeah.
I'm having that dinner
Yeah.
because I heard it was good.
We were reminiscing on the fact that we went outside to take pictures because we did not want to miss the sunset pictures, that golden hour, they call it. Yeah, the golden hour pictures. And they took up our dinner. So
Dinner, man.
and he was so mad because, as y'all know, I love me some sunset. I love the golden hour, and I love me some pictures. So I just had to get this one picture, and
And we didn't even get the picture.
we didn't get the
We
picture.
didn't even get.
We didn't get the
Okay,
picture.
all right.
Yeah.
But
So-
I think the big thing that we were saying is that and I don't I'm very, very mindful of talking about Kerry and talking about our relationship. My relationship is not for sale. I have no course to tell you about relationships, even though I think we could teach people a lot of stuff. We have been humbled. We know that there are highs, there are lows, but what keeps us going is is the code that we live by.
And covenant with God.
And our covenant. And I want to talk about the covenant a little bit, because it feels great to be able to keep your word for 24 years. It does, for better or worse, for richer or poor, in sickness and in health, till death do us part. And it's hard to keep your word. And there are times between year 23 and 24 that I'm sure she didn't care. She didn't really like me that much on certain days, maybe. I think most days she did in the 365, but I'm sure there's I think I'm pretty amazing. I'm sure there's, and you look, there's days where she annoys me too. Okay, all right, okay, that's fine. But it's really awesome. You guys want to build confidence in yourself. Start keeping your word. And then when you do keep your word, like celebrate keeping your word. Like we made a covenant that day.
Yeah.
We made a covenant that day. And what we said that day was those things I just said to you, right? For richer or poor, in sickness and health, for better or for worse. Okay. And we didn't make a commitment because a commitment is just a contract between two people that don't trust each other. We decided to go into a covenant. Okay. And if you look in the Bible, you look at how a covenant is done. A covenant, they sacrifice an animal, right? They usually will actually cut each other and say, my blood is your blood is my blood. If you don't adhere to those words we just said, for better or for worse, Satan said in hell, richer, poor. Okay. You don't do that, may what happened to that animal happen to you. It's a covenant. And when you start to keep your word, and I'm not just talking about marriage here, okay? I realize this, guys. I realize that I'm going to talk about the other two parts of the circle on the next episode, okay? All right? This one, we went over. Okay, we went over. But I do think this is extremely important because even for those of you who are like, well, this is just for married people. No, this is about learning how to keep your word. It's about learning how to keep your word when things get tough. About learning how to keep your word when your partner changes. I am a different human being than what I was when I proposed 25 years ago on this day And 1 year later, I marry this woman. She is a different human being as what she was 24 years ago as well. She's a different human being a year ago than what she is today. I'm a totally different person. Like, it's actually in the car, she said, we're a totally different person a month ago. Right? Okay. Are you guys following me with this? I think this is really important.
I have to keep up with it.
I'll keep up with me. I understand. I get it. I get it. But you signed up for it. That you signed up for it. It's a covenant. All right. Okay. So are you guys following me? This is how this works. All right. It's a covenant. And when you are keeping your covenant, you should start to now believe yourself a little bit more. Like, man, I was able to keep my word on something, even though it was really hard to do this month, even though it was really hard to do in 2022 or 2024 or whatever, 2025. Guys, I'm telling you right now, like, if you are in a relationship and you are in a marriage, okay, I promise you, as you both got to go back to the basics sometimes and say, hey, look, what are we trying to do here? And let's remember what we signed up for. And as you do that, I understand everybody's situation is different. I'm not here, I give marital advice, okay? What I am here to tell you is that if you can keep your word and you can find a way through it, you can probably keep your word with many other things as well in business, okay? And so, anyways, that's part 1 of the Inner Circle. You guys tune in to Thursday's episode on Secrets for Success, and we'll talk about part 2 and 3. For right now, though, let's give a round of applause. Thank you so much. Okay, for being on the episode, happy anniversary to you, and we'll see you guys next time.
Bye.